Hey folks, it's Russ, Lead Crayon, coming at you again. And today I have a tobacco review, something I have not done in a very long time. And what will I be reviewing, you may be wondering? I will be reviewing this right here. This is Savinelli's Essenza Cipriota. Now, this is an unopened 100-gram tin. On the back, it says, exhibiting a fragrance redolent of the exotic mysteries of the East, a blend of well-aged Virginias, cool-burning Burleys, alluring Latakia, and Macedonian leaf, form a fascinatingly nuanced, medium-bodied smoke. So I will be smoking it in my 2014 St. Patrick's Day Peterson straight pipe, which I pretty much only use for Englishes and Orientals. For lighting, I'm going to be using my Vector. It is a butane lighter, but the nice thing about this is a very clean burning butane, and it does not enhance or alter the flavor of the tobacco in any way, at least not that I've been able to notice. So, let me go ahead and pop open this tin. There we go, got it. So, we'll take a first look at Essenza Cipriota. It's a fine, very fine cut. There you can see kind of what it looks like packed down in there. It's fairly moist, so giving it a little time to air here will be good. There's the cut there. You can see it's like a ribbon cut, a fine ribbon. And in the tin, oh look, sunlight. That'll kind of help. Okay, the scent out of the tin was actually rather fragrant. It's not really aromatic, but it has a scent almost like grapes, like wine almost. It's really interesting. That sort of wine scent is actually so prevalent that I really can't smell anything else. And once I get my nose right down in there, there's a tiny little bit of the oriental, but that scent of grape, of like grapes and wine, pressed grapes, is very powerful. Got a little bit of a char going. Thankfully, I guess, that sort of overwhelming grape scent out of the tin is not present in the tobacco smoke. It's there, but it's definitely a background note. The first hit, right off the char, is definitely just a medium English, some Latakia, and a very exotic Oriental note to it are the primary things right off the top. And after the first couple of puffs, that trend continues. Although I'm picking up on the sort of grape, and I don't want to call it aromatic because it's not really aromatic. But it does add a nice pleasing sweetness on top of that Englishy note. And I don't know if it's cased Virginia or something that's creating that grapey taste, but otherwise I don't get Virginia at all. I will say it's different than any other blend I've tried. It's definitely on the sweeter side, but it does have a good medium body, mostly like the Macedonian Oriental leaf in it. Latakia almost non-present. Sweetness from Virginia is obviously there, and whatever is giving it that sort of grapey scent is there as well. It's actually quite pleasant. And So right off the top, it's not bad at all. I'm going to get it down to about halfway, and we'll see if anything changes. Alright, so we're about halfway through now. A couple of things have changed. One is that it's burning better. But I think that's because I didn't let it dry enough. It was kind of moist out of the tin. But one thing I will say is now that it's burning better, you have to be careful about its burn. You have to smoke this slow and keep it cool. I know that's kind of a caveat that you want to keep in mind when you're smoking any kind of pipe tobacco. But in this case, this particular blend turns foul fast when it gets hot. So if you're a freight trainer, you're probably not going to enjoy this at all. But if you take your time with it, let it burn itself, smoke it slow, and kind of enjoy that wine, that light wine taste over Oriental. And I say Oriental, and I use that term loosely at this point because halfway through the bowl, the Oriental is going away. And it's being replaced by straight sweet Virginia, which I really wasn't tasting at all at the beginning. I'm going to get down towards the bottom of the bowl and see what other developments happen to the Essenza Cipriota from Savinelli. So here we are down towards the bottom of the bowl. Things are going along nicely. Tobacco is staying lit. It's smoking well. Flavor profile really hasn't changed at all. It's getting a little warmer down towards the bottom, which is making it not quite as pleasant as it was. Because remember my little note about the warmth of the tobacco. But overall, not an unenjoyable smoke. I will definitely go back to this a few times and see what else I can get out of it. But for being a sort of non-aromatic aromatic, I found it quite enjoyable. Had a new and different blend to try, something to add to the repertoire, something that's not like anything else you have in your cellar. So from a room note and tin note perspective, I would give it a 4 out of 5. It has a very pleasing scent. Smokability, definitely a 4 out of 5. Through the bowl, it's fairly consistent. Flavors are good. It's not overwhelmingly one thing or another. Subtle changes throughout. Starts off being very Oriental Latakia based and then kind of smooth out and flattens into sweet Virginia through the middle and bottom. So it's slightly complex, slightly interesting, and overall, I think of the blends I've tried, I would give it a solid 3 out of 5. Not something that's going to blow your hair back or get you to like write home about, but something definitely worth trying and keeping a tin of it around. I don't know what it's retailing for. I got this thanks to Laudisi and Turner over there to sample and try and give my review. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this, and I hope this guides you in a direction whether you want to try Savinelli's Essenza Cipriota. So take care everyone, and I look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Ciao!